Alright, today we're taking a look at the Lidl Parkside cordless multi-grinder in action. I know it was one of the popular videos. In fact, a lot of the Aldi, or Lidl in this case, stuff usually is. And a few of you at the time asked me whether I was going to do a video of it in action, doing a few bits and bobs. Well, we've already seen it in some of the DIY videos, grinding and sharpening up certain tools, and also with the wire brushes that it came with, brushing off the rust off certain tools and bits and bobs. So I thought, well, a lot of people that use these kind of things professionally, what do they use them for? And what they generally tend to use them for is for things like polishing and things like that. So I've got some silver and probably some brass bits, and we'll have a look. It does come with some polishing bits, those white soft to touch, like a fibery kind of compound to the discs, things like that in there. So we'll use those, get some cleaning fluid, something like Brasso or Silvero, and see what it's like when we use this to buff up our pieces of silver and brass. Okay, we're going to use the Parkside, Lidl Parkside multi-grinder, or cordless multi-grinder. I'm going to clean up some silver. Just grabbed a couple of items. I've got a few of these candlestick kind of things to do. Some of this kind of the silver to sort out. A load of spoons. I just got two for now. I'm sure there's some of you out there that were born with one of these up your arsehole. A silver one up your arsehole. And also, because we know we like a ring, I'm sure some of you like a ring piece as well, or two. With we've got a ring as well, so we'll give that a polish up. It's a little bit, it needs a bit of a clean. And I know they do Silvero, but well, actually I haven't seen Silvero around for a while. Brasso as well, metal polish. It's all metal polish. So if anybody of you remembers that Kim and Aggie's How Clean Is Your Arse, they said that you can actually use toothpaste because it works in the same kind of abrasive manner. I don't know, I really wouldn't want to waste all my toothpaste at the minute, but you could try that if that interests you, I suppose. So it basically cleans the metal the same way as your toothpaste cleans your teeth. Now these, I've noticed every now and again you might see some white fly around. There's nothing there. I can't see anything there flying around, so I don't know if it's a little moth or a little fly or something that's in here. I honestly can't. It'll appear in the video, it'll go past in the video, but I can't see it myself. But I wouldn't worry too much about that. So just got a few things to do at the minute, and we'll take a look at how this does. Now obviously you're going to use these little fibrous discs on the mandrel. There, you got some in the in your packet. This is another one which is exactly the same. I had in that bag from a previous one, but it is exactly the same. It was another from another set that was very similar, except it was mains powered. So I've checked them. They are pretty much exactly the same thing. You can see it's a little fibrous, fluffy, like semi-hard kind of polishing wheel. So what I will do first of all is get a cloth, use the Brasso, and I will kind of buff it in with the cloth just to spread the Brasso around, and then I shall use the cordless multi-grinder to polish it, to buff it or polish it up with the disc on once it's all been spread around, and then we can have a look. And I'll put the camera on a tripod so we can take a look at that. Ring, we've rubbed some Brasso on a rag along the top. No, that really is, you will get a bit of a dirt on the dirt marking on the fibre cloth, but that really is a nice shiny finish. Look at that finish there. Wonderful. Yeah, you can see the difference from the underside to the top we've just buffed up. It's wonderful. Again, you don't need a lot of speed. Touch of brasso on there, just rub it in, give it a little buff, and that looks sparkling. A few bits that we couldn't get to, you just give it a little bit of a going over, and that's what the ring looks like. Now you may be able to get it inside as well. Yep. Should rub a little bit inside, and we'll take another look at the ring at the end as well. Okay, moving on to the silver spoons. You can see that it really has cleaned this one up very well in comparison to its exact same spoon. That's how that one looked, exactly the same. The end wasn't too bad, but you can still see it's made it very, it's buffed it up very nice. But this part here was exactly the same as this. As you can see from the underside, which hasn't been done yet, it's still very dull. That was how exactly the same the other side was before we put some brasso on and buffed it with the multi-drill. So the spoons have come out quite nice as well. We're going to come in hands free now on this, which looks like a teapot. See it coming up there. You do get a bit of spatter on your fingers, I'm afraid, while doing this, but you can see that it's coming up nicely. You can see a mirror finish on there, as opposed to see the reflection of the finger in the side compared to how it was. It's just some things that's been in my family for years, and they really need cleaning every so often, and I realised I can use this, so there's no need to put the elbow grease in. But there's about another 4 or 5 things like this, and a whole load of them spoons that we got there, and about another four of these candle holder things. But we can see that it'll be a pain for me, but it does make life a lot easier. It also would have been better if they put like a long cylindrical version of these as well, so you can get in, you know, like harder to reach places, like little holes and things like that tip on that spout, and you know, all of a little smaller kind of nooks and crannies that you could get in there and things like that then. But all in all, for an extra bonus, a bonus use out of the multi grinder, it is well, especially for me, because I have to do this pain in the backside of a task. But it's certainly a good bonus to be able to get it done. Really starting to buff up nicely. If you turn that around, you get to the other side. You see, that's how it was, and that's what it's starting to get like once it's cleaned. Same would do if we move on to this candlestick holder. Just put a bit of brasso on there with the cloth. Like I say, some different shapes would have been nice, so you could get into certain angles a little bit more better than you can with a disc. But you might be able to find some for a Dremel or something like that that'll fit in this, or a universal job. You can really see that's starting to buff up nicely there. Just get some rub some fresh brasso in. obviously the battery's starting to get low now on this, but obviously it depends how much you charge that up. But yeah, some real little nice finishes on there. So